Hey, folks, welcome to another edition of Why That's Funny podcast. We are live from John's backyard, the Memorial Day summer kickoff edition.
Oh, yeah, I can finally wear these clothes and it doesn't look weird.
Yeah, it makes slightly more sense now. We're here in John's backyard, Castle John. I'm Andrew Ginsberg, and I'm joined by Captain John.
Oh!
Hey, John, how you doing? Happy summer, kid.
Yeah, let's go. Let's start the show.
Let's start the show.
You are listening to Why That's Funny, a podcast that enlightens you on everyday things. Starring Andrew Ginsberg and Captain John.
Picked a nice rainy day to get out here for our outdoor episode. Now, listen, I want to apologize to folks right away. There are kids screaming in the backyard. We're broadcasting live from a school, live from an elementary school, right there, right across the way.
Right after this,
you can hear these little shitty kids fucking playing, doing what they're doing, and we're out here doing our thing, having a little barbecue. We're taking it easy. Good to see everybody.
Yeah, we'll probably be on a list after this episode. You know what I'm saying? Talk about
we should invite the kids over.
Say a little copy things.
Did you ever lean over the fence and go, "Hey guys, you want to come over and play?"
No.
Oh, really? You should do that.
Yeah, I'd be on that list immediately.
Yeah.
Not a big list guy, dude.
You know what? I'll tell you one thing about lists. You don't like those sunglasses?
I don't like
anymore?
sunglasses outside. I only wear them inside.
Right.
They get all foggy.
It's not really that. It's not that cool if you wear them outside.
No, well, I get all sweaty and then they fog up. Like I can't see. I only buy poor sunglasses. So you see how shitty they are?
Yeah, they are poor. Those are shitty. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just can't buy them.
I don't wear sunglasses. I like to do more like this.
Yeah, see?
I like to squint like this.
I've been doing it for my entire life.
I like to do that.
Now when I try to, you look like Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal with sunglasses? I prefer to be more like this.
Yeah, normally when I'm like, I was always against sunglasses. I would never buy a real pair.
Sure.
So like I told Tara, I'm like, hey, listen, I might want to get a pair of Ray-Bans. She's like, why don't you go on Amazon and get like 3 shitty pairs for like $10 first?
Yeah.
Lost all 3 of them immediately.
Yeah.
So now I can't.
But my whole thing is that when I buy things that are more expensive, then that maybe is my incentive not to lose them.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Like they're just on my head, and I'm just like, what'd you say? And then that's it. And the lens is gone.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
And then they just fall off.
Yeah, I'm the worst, dude. But when I'm driving to work in the morning, it's just, I'm just gonna get into an accident. Like visors down, on like this the entire time. I can't fucking see over.
Just sun blasting in your face.
Over. I'm gonna kill a kid waiting for the bus stop.
Yeah, and the kids are right there too.
Yeah,
easy to run over.
Oh, look, he's chasing a ball. Johnson.
I can't see. I don't have sunglasses on.
I'm so hungover. No sunglasses.
Yeah, that's true, dude. Well, you had a mean party over the weekend. We had a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know when this episode's dropping, but it was Memorial Day yesterday or 2 days ago or something. We had a good time.
Yeah, dude.
I came down for John's banger.
45 people. I'm like, all right, everybody's drinking.
People.
This guy's gonna drink today. I tried to get you to drink the whole day. Nah, I'll get you one day. You always get away from it. Well, I'll get you one day.
This wasn't going to be the thing that made me come back to drinking. You know what I mean?
Well, just a bunch of guys blacking out in the
Just
backyard.
a bunch of hillbillies with no shirts on drinking in the backyard. I was in Paris the week before that.
Ooh la la!
And I didn't drink there either. So it's I've been drinking a lot of coffee lately. I've been drinking 10 cups of coffee a day.
Coffee lately.
I'm a big coffee guy.
Yeah, dude,
I drink a lot.
About.
I like to wake up and I drink a little coffee, and then I have 5 or 6 more cups, and then I drink a big cup right around now. What is it? 4:30 p.m. You know what I mean? That's when you get to like the.
Is that your favorite cup of coffee? You got it again?
Ooh! By the way, big plugs. Bagel time. No, not bagel. Bagel Talk. Old Bridge, New Jersey, Route 9. This is the best cup of coffee in America. Every time I come here, I come a little bit early. Shut the fuck up! I come a little bit early so that I can have a nice cup of Bagel Talk. I like to go over to Bagel Talk and get a nice cup. And even though they vomit in the toilet over there, there's always garbage everywhere. I think this is seriously the best cup of coffee I've ever had in my entire life.
All right, so let's stop the small stuff.
Yeah.
How was France?
Dude, it was good.
Is it still America's little toad?
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it.
It was a good time.
Does everybody hate you? I feel like everybody in France hates Americans.
No, they love us now.
Really?
Well, you know,
we hate French people.
Right. Well, we think they hate us. I think is the messy. Like people are like, oh, they hate us over there.
Nah, I think they're just so
don't
fancy.
Hate us. Yeah, I mean, look, it's changed a lot over the years. We have a mutual friend that lives in Paris, Mace, and I go to visit him every now and then. I've gone a few. That was like my 5th trip to Paris.
Yeah,
and I will say that it's changed a lot over the years. It's much different than it used to be.
What do you mean?
Well, like 10 years ago when I first started going to France, like they will not bring you a bill. If you're at a restaurant, dude, you cannot get the bill. It is the craziest. Like you will sit there for hours. And it's still like they don't want to bring you the bill. Like,
what, they just want you to keep ordering?
No. It's like I think the primary difference between French culture and American culture at restaurants is like they think it's like rude to like be like, hey, are you guys done now? Even if you're sitting there. Yeah, they just
That's terrible.
People go there, they'll get like a little cup of coffee and then just sit there for 5 hours. That's what people do. They just sit.
There's nobody eat out? Is that like the whole thing?
No, they eat out. But
is there waits for people to get inside? Because like if
you need like there's like
what's your reservation? 4 hours?
No. It's like there's like everywhere you go. There's it's just like here. Like there's restaurants like where you might need a reservation, like a good restaurant or something like.
I don't go to those. I don't know.
But like think of it like, I didn't even describe a specific restaurant. You're just like, I just don't go to those. Talking about restaurants.
Yeah, anyone there you have to call to go.
Wait, a reservation.
Nah, yeah, my brother's like, hey, I'm gonna get reservations. I'm like, dude, I'm not going.
Yeah, dude,
what are you talking about? Do I have to wear something other than a Hawaiian shirt and dirty jeans? Like, I can't go.
They got a problem. Is the dress code Hawaiian shirts or no?
Yeah.
No, it's not cheeseburger in paradise.
I go to Jimmy Buffett spots.
I only go to Jimmy Buffett style spots. Maybe I'll go to Jose Tejas.
Yeah,
right,
maybe if I want to get a
little
little
Tuesday, if it's Taco Tuesday.
If I want to get a little European, I'm going to Jose Tejas.
Well, I can't wear my Hawaiian shirt. I'm not fucking going. Well, you want me to go to a place where I can't dress like this? No,
no.
But they have regular restaurants. But then like there's like a coffee shop or like a cafe is more like that's where everybody goes all the time. They
like
just
a McCafe.
Yeah, actually, McDonald's is very popular.
I heard. It is
crazy.
I heard it is banging.
As soon as we landed, so I was with my friend Brian.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got off the airplane, he was like, "All right, dude. Like, one thing you got to know about me when I go to Europe, he was like, I like to eat McDonald's like the whole time I'm there. He's like, the first thing I'm eating is McDonald's. Like, I don't care. Which like I was like, all right, like I don't eat McDonald's. Like, I'm definitely not gonna get it here. Like, I
heard it's different.
It's way. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess.
You didn't try it?
No, I don't want to eat McDonald's, dude. I don't give a fuck about McDonald's.
Try it. I heard the menu's crazy.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, they got all the same stuff and then other stuff, like Frenchy kind of stuff.
Yeah, like mozzarella
the Royale and the yeah. They have random stuff. As soon as we got there, before we even checked into our Airbnb and anything, we went to McDonald's and he ordered chicken nuggets and all kinds of stuff like that. And I couldn't believe it. It was like 11:30 in the morning, dude, popping. Yeah. I mean, millions. It was the most crowded McDonald's, dude. You could not even get in the door. There was like people spilling out into the street, dude. It was so crazy. and then Brian was like, "Yeah, French people, man, they fucking love McDonald's, dude. They love it." I was like, "All right, I guess that's crazy." But you get to but they have like. Basically, there's like these like cafes everywhere, and basically what French people do is you go to the cafe. This has always been my experience in France. You go to the cafe, you go, yeah, I'll take a little cup of coffee. It's about this big, or you can get an Americano, a big one, and then you just sit there and chain smoke. Everybody just sits. Everybody still smokes there, like it's
inside.
No, outside on the terraces and stuff. But everybody in France smokes like it's 1922.
Better country,
dude. It is so.
They should be making fun of us. That's a better country.
Dude, it really shocked me this time.
Like you're just walking around outside,
really shocked me.
Everywhere just smells like cigarettes.
Yeah, everyone is smoking everywhere.
Did you smoke?
No, I didn't smoke.
How did you not smoke, dude?
It was pretty hard.
Everybody was smoking.
Because you start thinking to yourself like,
I'll just have a cigarette.
What these people don't think it's bad for you. They don't care. Everybody smokes. I'm not even joking.
How did Brian buy a pack of cigarettes? How much were cigarettes over there?
Dude, that's another thing. All right, let me cover the things. Okay. First of all, number one, because I'm getting ahead of myself. Number one thing let me address them in order. Number one thing that changed in France is years ago when you would go to these cafes, like it was rude. Like you would sit there with your cup of coffee and you would just chain smoke and you would sit there for hours.
Yeah,
you can get alcohol too, you know.
Yeah.
But they would never bring you the. If you were like, excuse me, you'd see the guy go by, like, excuse me, can I get the? They would just be like, nah, you're not leaving. Like they just like, no, you cannot leave.
That's crazy.
Like they just think it's like rude or something.
That's a wild thing.
It's crazy. Anyway. So every time you went out somewhere, you were like, we're gonna be here for a minute, which was great if you're drinking.
Yeah, when you're not drinking,
it's like being at a bar, you know.
Yeah.
But where they actually don't even care that you just sit there all day.
Just blacked out.
It's all good. But like this time, I felt like they were like every time I looked at them, I was like, can I get? They would like bring the bill, which I was like, that's a big change.
Yeah.
All right. Second thing with the smoking, was that the next one?
Yeah, smoking.
Dude, I mean, like, look in the States, like even like if nobody smokes anymore here.
No, it's not the
not
same.
Like
when I go to New York used to smell like an ashtray.
Used to be like an ashtray.
Now everybody's just vaping.
Everyone vapes.
And it just smells like weed. The whole
and it smells like
the
weed.
whole city just smells like weed.
No.
Yeah.
I realized that I was like, wow, people don't really smoke in the U.S. Like if you're like at a bar and like you don't see everybody smoking outside anymore. Like nobody's smoking anymore.
I think it's the top East Coast because when I went to Myrtle Beach last year, we were just smoking cigarettes inside bars.
Yeah,
there was also Confederate flags on the walls.
In the South, they still smoke.
Yeah, they have Confederate flags on the walls.
Yeah. Well, the more Confederate you are, the more you're allowed to smoke inside. Yeah. That's the relationship there. But in Paris, it's just like it's like this is what I was saying in all my stand-up shows. I started off by being like, this is like stepping into a time capsule and stepping out, and it's like 1922.
Yeah.
These people everyone just smokes.
I love
dude.
that.
Millions of people. Every terrace full of people smoking. Everywhere you go, every restaurant, every like show I did, everybody was smoking outside. It's just like everyone just smokes.
Is there any place where you can smoke inside?
No, they don't let you smoke inside. But everybody's smoking everywhere, dude. I'm telling you, everywhere you go. Every restaurant, like, you know how even here it would be kind of abnormal if you went to a restaurant and they had like a if you went to like some restaurant in Old Bridge and they had a patio
and
you were outside smoking, though, people would be like, what's this guy doing?
There was only one guy that did that and he died.
yeah.
AJ was like,
there it's like everyone's just smoking at regular restaurants. And I'm like, damn, man, motherfuckers just be smoking.
Dude, that would always be my favorite thing. He'd be like, can I get a beer? And then he'd be like, hey, when he comes back, can you get me another beer? I'm like, where you going? I'm like, I gotta smoke. I'm like, we're about to order food. He's like, nah, I gotta smoke now.
I know.
Just sat down, had a cigarette outside. Now he has to have another one.
I remember smoking with him in the alley, inside of like when we had Jerry's bachelor party in Atlantic City. We were smoking in the doorway of the hotel.
Yeah. I have a great picture of Greg that he took. He was smoking. Greg was like, fucking high on the stairs, like,
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
But anyway, so packs of cigarettes. How much are they?
Oh, that was my third point. Yeah. Thank you. Dude, I gotta tell you, a little Biden inflation. I didn't realize how bad it was, dude.
Why?
Dude, like, France is way. I don't know what, like, I don't know. A pack of cigarettes was like, I don't know, like $7 or $8. Like, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. In New York City,
in Paris?
20 bills. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
That is
and
crazy.
like everything was cheaper. Everything was like half the price of what it is in New York City. So it used to be like.
But is the dollar
before the Biden inflation? Sorry, what?
The dollar is not worth as much then, right? There's no way things are cheaper and then our dollar is worth just
as much. It's like equal. No, I think it's like neck and neck. Yeah.
Holy shit.
We weren't getting killed, but it was like. I guess I kind of got used to everything being $1 million just to do anything.
But you're in the city, though, so it's different.
I know, but this is Paris. It used to be the most expensive city in the world.
That's true.
I used to remember when I was younger, I would go to Paris and be like, damn, I'm getting crushed. Like, this is so expensive. How do people live here? But this time, like, we went out to only one fancy dinner the whole time we were there, like to like a real classic French restaurant where you're getting all the classic duck confit, all this fucking crap. Yeah. And Brian was drinking, so wine. And the bill was like $15 a person, and we had like multiple courses, that kind of stuff.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because of Biden inflation, dude. I didn't realize it. I'm serious though. It's like way cheaper to live there. Like in the sense that like everything was half the price it is in the States.
It doesn't make any sense though, because COVID affected everyone. So how are they just not like destroyed?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they were destroyed. I don't know. I don't know anything about governments, about economies, about anything. I just know that I was like, that shit was pretty cheap.
It's $7. That's fucking. It was like I remember spending $10. And my change was just change. So it was $9 and something. Yeah. But I heard now it's $13 a pack.
Dude, it's in the city in New York.
No, here in Old Bridge.
Oh my god.
It's $13.
That's too much money for cigarettes.
I know. That's why I started vaping.
They should be 50 cents.
This weekend though, I was smoking
bogues. Huh?
Oh yeah, the whole fucking time. It was the best.
That's great. I mean, smoking bogues is incredible.
Yeah, that's why like my thing is I'm not addicted to cigarettes. I'm not addicted to vapes. I'm just addicted to smoking.
To the lifestyle.
Like if it was cigarillos or cigars, like a cigar I can inhale. I'm not just puffing, put it in my mouth and blowing it out. I'm not.
You're inhaling cigars.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Like the cigarillos, the Al Capones.
Yeah, little guys.
Yeah, those I could just.
I had a couple of those while I was in Paris.
Yeah. Those don't count.
I had a couple cigarillos. Yeah.
Does that count though?
I didn't inhale.
No,
them.
but you.
Bill Clinton did.
Bill Clinton did.
Yeah, I didn't inhale. I didn't inhale it. No, we had cigars by the Eiffel Tower one night. That was like the one touristy thing. We did two touristy things. We went by the Eiffel Tower, smoked cigars at 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And then what was the other thing?
Which is hilarious. There's so many like migrants there selling beers. It's hilarious. They all like come up to you like, "Do you want to buy a beer? Do you want to buy a bear? Do you want to buy a bottle of wine?" There's millions of them. So I wasn't drinking. Brian bought mad bottles. And then and we went to Père Lachaise. I went to see Jim Morrison's grave.
Yeah. Well, what's up with that? What do? You just look at it and you're like, wow, there he is.
Yeah, basically, it's a graveyard.
See, like that's the same thing.
It's cool though. It's a graveyard where all these famous people are buried.
Yeah, I went to where the fuck is that? Washington D.C., Virginia, the biggest like fucking graveyard ever. You know,
but that's like military people.
Yeah,
right?
So but
so
like
it's all right. Well,
yeah.
But there's a million of them.
JFK's tomb's there, right?
Oh, that's where they probably buried all the alien texts too.
There was 3 people just crying at it, and I'm like, yo, this guy died like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yo, guys, fucking aliens assassinated him. What do you care?
Were there people crying at Jim Morrison's grave?
No.
Yeah, because he's not as cool as JFK.
I mean, if you're crying at Jim Morrison's grave, you must be a serious alcoholic. You got to have a serious problem. Like if you're just like, oh man, like light my fire, man. I used to drink.
Light my fire, dude.
Like, he was just like the embodiment of like just drinking and acting like a psycho.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people go to his grave and throw whiskey bottles at it.
Oh,
so
that's
there's
sick.
Whiskey bottles all
broken.
Over it. Yeah, bro, but like people, because like they put a fence, like
so you can't throw them.
So you can't like go. You used to be able to go up to it and put stuff on it, but now so people just throw the bottles over the fence now, and there's just like whiskey bottles stacked to the ceiling.
But wait a minute, weren't the Doors from America?
The Doors were from America.
Why is he buried in France?
Because he bugged out. So I actually looked. It's funny that you bring that up. If I looked this all up while I was in France, I was like, why? That's what I said when I went to his grave. I looked at Brian and I said, why is he here?
Yeah.
Like, why is he buried in France? You know,
It's such a weird thing.
Because he bugged out after the Doors. In 1971, he decided that he wanted to focus on poetry, and he moved to Paris to become a poet, and he gave up on music. He quit the Doors.
Wow. So
but then he died like a month later.
He became a homosexual. That's
well,
insane.
he got to Paris, and he was like, fuck it, I'm going to drink and smoke. And then he died.
He's like, wow, you can smoke cigarettes everywhere. I'll never leave in this fucking country.
It's like, this is the greatest place I ever found. Boom, one month later, he's done.
Oh, man.
So he's there. And we saw a few other people. Chopin, he's some composer guy. He's over
I know
there.
Chopin.
Yeah, Chopping, yeah.
That's what I used to call him.
We went to check out Choppin. He's doing pretty good. He's still dead. They got new people
dead.
in there, too. There were some people crying over new people that were dead.
Wait, the girl with the hair, is she dead there?
Yeah, sure. No, you're thinking of Oscar Wilde.
No, the girl.
He's there. Who?
The girl with the hair.
Which girl?
Singer.
The girl with the hair?
You're going to make me go to rehab? I said no.
Oh,
no,
Amy.
No. Yeah,
no, she died in England.
Ah,
yeah,
same
she died
thing.
in England.
What
yeah,
the hell's the difference between France and England?
Just the language, I guess. Yeah, and everything. I mean, it's different. It's different. It's pretty different.
Yeah. I guess for someone so sophisticated as yourself.
Well, I'm telling you, the one perk about being fucking 100 years old now, because I'm like, we're so old now, bro. I remember when I went there when I was like 21, it was like crazy.
Yeah,
it's different now. Like everything's more like America. Like it's like they have like taco. They have like like Taco Bell and shit. Like it's just like they didn't have that shit like 10 years ago.
Oh, so it was like more like cultured.
Yeah,
now it's America.
Yeah, like you walk down the street and it's like it's all the same shit that we have here.
Like Macy's.
Yeah, not Macy's, but Starbucks. Like
really?
Yeah, McDonald's packed.
Starbucks in France is almost offensive. Like, don't they have like the most serious
they have the best coffee? I know. I was saying, anybody that goes there is a fucking schmuck. Like you that's like the one that I saw the most hilarious, most embarrassing. This is why people don't like Americans. I swear I witnessed this, dude. This fucking guy. We're in some random city in Paris, right?
Okay.
So Notre Dame's the big famous church.
Paris isn't the city.
Paris is a city. It goes by district. It's like if you went to New York, but there's like the Lower East Side,
Brooklyn,
Manhattan,
Greenwich.
Yeah, okay,
Greenwich, right.
Yeah, Greenwich. So I go. We're nowhere. Notre Dame's the big famous church.
Yeah.
So Mace lives nowhere near there.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like close. It'd be like a half hour, 40-minute walk.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to take a cab there probably.
Gotcha.
It's not close.
So it's like if I visit you, I'm like, can I go see the Freedom Tower? You're like,
exactly.
Nowhere near here.
You're like, so what is it? A 5-minute walk? So
Yeah.
You just assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and Brian are sitting at a cafe in Paris. We see this like American guy, like shorts on, tucked in Universal Studios shirt, like just like could not be a more American tourist. and then you just see this like the most French guy. He actually had hair. By the way, people there, this hairstyle, everybody makes fun of it. A lot of people rock it over there. I was not that unusual over there. There was a lot of bald guy long hair over there.
Bald guy long hair.
That's very pop. Nobody thought it was weird. Like
really?
like everyone was just like, oh yeah, there's another bald guy long hair. Everybody had it. I'll get back to that. But anyway, I go over there. And there's this guy, bald guy, long hair, you could tell he's just the most French guy, doesn't speak any English. He's smoking a cigarette with the striped shirt on. Like, could not be more like cliche French.
Yeah.
And this American tourist guy just walks up to him at some random place and he goes, bonjour. Bonjour. And the guy turns around and he's like, bonjour. He's like, Notre Dame. Where is Notre Dame? Where is Notre Dame? Bonjour. And the guy's just like, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this? Get your fucking phone out and look, dude. And we're nowhere near it. You just go anywhere in France and you just walk up to any random guy and ask him where Notre Dame is. That's so great. I was like, this is why people fucking hate us, dude. No one would do that.
Nah, but
that's like if you went to New York City and you were like, yo, how do I get to the Freedom Tower? Yeah.
It makes sense because like if a French guy walked up to you and was like, hello.
Yeah.
World Trade Center.
Yeah, I would be like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, get a map.
Close.
You're not even anywhere near it. What do you think that it's like this? Like,
this is why I root for Trump to get rid of all the immigrants.
And they're all coming here. They're all coming here. So that was France. We had some fun. Yeah, we ate a lot of Middle East. Brian likes donors. We ate some donor kebabs.
Donuts?
Donors. It's
the kebabs.
Yeah. Man, that shit is mad good.
Yeah.
Ate a bunch of that. I ate a lot of Middle Eastern food. And I was eating dude. Another thing about France is they all just eat bread, like loaves of bread. You just see people walking on the street,
no one's fat, right?
Snapping loaves of bread. No one's fat because they all smoke. They all smoke. They all walk. They just they just don't give a fuck, which I respect.
Yeah.
But it's very it's more globalized, and all the comedy shows were atrocious.
Yeah. You were telling me they were the people were like the worst guys.
I felt like I ripped a few of them. They didn't like me. Like I was like insulting the other comics on the show, and then nobody was laughing. I was like, oh, maybe you guys don't like this too much. Yeah. Like there's this one kid who was he was like from Egypt or something, and his whole set was about how he was fat. So I thought it was cool. Like I went up after him. I was like, hey, one more time for that fat Palestinian kid. Nobody laughed.
Oh my god! Nobody laughed.
Just like stuff like that. Like it wasn't like you couldn't.
Did you bug out? They're like, "What? You don't think he's fucking fat?"
No, I was just like, "Oh, sorry." Like I don't know. Fuck you guys. I'm never coming back here again.
Yeah, see, that's probably the thing. They probably don't like making fun of people. That's not comedy. Make fun of Well, they
don't know. Some of the shows were good. Some weren't. All in all, Brian came to them all with me. He had a good time. He watched them. I wouldn't say they have a comedy scene there, and I didn't do any of the clubs because they were all French speaking. So I did what I could.
Yeah, but it was probably fun though. You had a good time.
I had a good time, and like I said, I get a lot of shit these days because of people make fun of my hair. Right? Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it's that weird. Do you think it's that weird?
No, but I'm
Be honest with me. Go ahead.
No, but I'm me.
No, I don't even care.
So I don't think it's that weird, but I'm me, dude. I'll fucking rock anything. I love that you rock it. I think it's awesome.
Thank you, buddy.
But I will tell you this. If you did not have a girlfriend, you would not be rocking that hair.
No, yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Wouldn't. I would put $100,000 on it.
Dude, girls like it. This is the thing that you don't
Girls
understand.
do not like that.
They do. They like
girls like this long beard and fucking this shirt.
Well, they like that you have confidence to be yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. That's true.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's
the only people who give me shit about my hair
are gangster kids.
No. Even gangster kids respect it. Anybody who they just respect the audacity to go through with it, to be a bald, long hair guy.
Bald, long hair is hilarious. What you should do is you should start shaving the top of it.
No.
Yeah.
That's just insane.
Just sides,
No. I might go bald guy, long hair, ponytail one day.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see when it gets longer.
Which will be,
that'll be like a mobster looking guy. I'll look like I work at a Greek restaurant.
You'll be Furio with the shaved top.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to shave it. I'm going to... But it's like... first of all, I'm not the first person in history to have this hairstyle. Like in the 70s, guys...
You're very offended by this.
No. I'm offended by the people who give me the most crap about my hair are bald guys. Because they're so insecure, they go... Just give it up, man. Like, come on, bro. What do you think you're doing, dude? Like, I'm a disgrace to all bald guys because I'm like,
who has said this?
People come up to me in the city.
Did anyone at the party say that was bald that said that to you?
No. People at the party respected it. They respected me.
Yeah.
At in the city, other comics, people be like, dude, what's your game plan here, man? Just give it up, man. I'm like, dude. The other night I went on stage at Broadway Comedy Club. As soon as I started the show, at 3 seconds into my set, some guy heckled me with, give it up, bro. Shave that hair. Come on, bro. You're done. Like, you're bald. Like, just as soon as I walked on stage, I was like, yo, fuck you, bro. Did
you say anything to him?
Yeah, I destroyed him verbally. Like, what do you
destroyed him verbally?
But it's like only the more bald you are, the more you're offended about my hair. Fine. But then also, every time I go to a bodega, anytime I see anybody Arab or from a different country, even like my Albanian friends that work at the wait staff.
That's an Arab person.
Yeah, sort of, right? So
they're the same thing.
They're always like
I feel like an Albanian guy is an Arab guy who pretends like he's Italian.
That's a really good assessment,
right?
Actually.
That's really what it is.
That's real. Yeah,
It's just like some browner. Like I'm like, are you Sicilian or Albanian? He's like,
listen, I pretend I'm Italian.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they are. They're just all.
You want a buffalo chicken slice or not?
They all have fucking Italian restaurants.
Yeah. No, I know. They all work at some place called Amici's or something. Yeah.
It was 2 years ago that I found out Albania wasn't a part of Italy.
Really?
I thought it was just Italy.
No, yeah, the Albanians.
How far is it? Far? Is it like in the Middle East?
I really don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
idea.
Eastern Europe, I think. So yeah, it's not.
But so that's Italy.
No, Italy's like Western Europe.
But
awesome. Regardless, they always every time I see one of these guys, they go, "My friend, you need to go to Turkey. You can get the hair transplant." Every time. Like, I know a guy who can do it for you, very good price. Like every single time. Like,
yeah, you should do it.
And they all say, "I did it, bro. Trust me. Look at my hair. It's good."
Is it good?
It's fine, but I'm like, it's like, Joe. Do you realize that? Like, have any of you considered that maybe I like my hair. Every time I see people, they're like, "Yo, dude, have you considered going to the Middle East and getting reconstructive surgery?"
Why? Yeah, but like the thing is,
I haven't. I like my hair.
Why would you do that if you didn't like it? You know,
right?
That's the whole thing.
That's right. But people, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. People, because I think what offends people is they think I'm just clinging to some sort of like idea. Like it's like, no, it's not so bad. It's not that bad.
You know it's bad. You know your hair's gone.
I don't think it's bad. I like it.
I'm saying I know
it's not like it was when I was 21.
Yeah,
I know I don't have a full head of hair. I know I don't look like Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
But I'm closer to Larry David. But I think he's cool too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that shitty. You know, it's like, well, good for him. Who cares? That's what I'm saying. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Like, I just realized I'm about that life, dude. I don't care.
I'm just saying that if you didn't have a girlfriend, that hair would be gone in a second.
No, dude, girls like it.
Oh,
they like that you have the audacity to be yourself.
Did your girlfriend ever fucking move in with you?
She's here, bro. She's living.
She's in?
She's in.
Wow, man. Mm-hmm. Is this the first time you've ever done this?
I said, make me a... As soon as she walked in, I said, great, welcome. Go make me a sandwich right now. I'm not going to ask again. I had a hard day laying around wondering if I'm going to make money today, all right? I need to make $25 at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now go make me a sandwich. All right, I'm busy.
I had a hard day later. I wonder if I'm going to make money today. Hurry up.
And then I decided not to, and I just kept laying in bed. All right? I said, I worked enough in my life, all right?
How is it, though? How is it? Is this the first time you've ever done this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my first time living with anybody, really. I mean, besides roommates.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. You're in the same room.
Yeah. Like, yeah, our apartment's like, you know...
How long has it been now?
Small.
Small.
It's small, bro.
It's small.
It is not a big apartment. It is small. Like, you used to visit me in my old place in 2018.
Yeah,
that place was
the
small.
Rooftop. Yeah, but that place was best.
That place was best, but it was small.
Yeah.
This place is smaller than that place.
Was it just a living room and no kitchen and like...
No, it's got a little kitchen.
No, but I'm saying like when you walked into your old place, it was kitchen, bed, living room. Is it just living room
same
now?
Size. Exactly.
Yeah.
No. It's like that. It's just that living room space is even smaller.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's small. No, it's good though. Yeah, I like it. Like,
you're in the city. You're hustling, bustling, dude.
All I wish, it's really good actually. It's all good. Yeah, we're not home that often, and it's been good because I feel a little self-conscious about staying up till 6:30 in the morning for no reason. You know what I mean? Now it makes me go to sleep a little earlier, 3:30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't need to know.
She's already getting in your lifestyle.
She doesn't need to know though that I stay up watching conspiracy theory YouTube videos till 6:30 in the morning. I do that a little less. I do it when she's not home. It's like I fire up those conspiracy theories. It's like, oh, what the fucking Illuminati do now? But tone that shit down a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's good. I wish that the place.
Do you have to try to keep your bathroom cleaner than you were?
That's a big issue. That's a big issue. That's the main issue.
That's always the thing.
When you're with a girl, you can't just pee all over the floor.
Yeah, you can't just be like, oh, I just brushed my teeth, toothpaste everywhere.
Yeah, I'm brushing, I'm peeing all over the floor. You don't really get to live like that
just
anymore.
shitting, didn't flush the toilet.
Yeah,
fuck it.
It's like I know that's like the main thing. Also, is like if you have explosive shits, it's like I'm like I can't be doing this right now. I'm running the shower.
Shut up.
Well, you got to get over that.
How long have you been with her?
Year and a half.
Okay, and you've only been living together about a month, right?
Right.
Yeah, in 3 months you'll be farting right in her face.
I don't see myself because I'm not a big fart guy. I'm not like you. Like I'm never like, hey, you know what? Let me tell you a secret.
You're not like me, dude. I don't fart.
You love farting.
We just talked about this two podcasts ago.
What?
I only shit.
Oh, right. Well, that's not better. That's not. You're saying that like an argument.
Dude.
Like, well, hold on a second. I never said I farted. I just directly shit in my girlfriend's face.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
That's not better.
I'm always shitting. Sometimes I leave the fan off on purpose and just the whole house is just ruined.
Ooh.
But I need to get back to something real quick.
I'm
happy that you're living with your girlfriend.
Thanks,
it's working out.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will keep working out.
I got to get a new mattress. I'm on this fucking Casper, dude.
You still got that from 2018?
I know.
We just released that podcast and you were talking about that mattress.
I know. I still have it.
Queen?
No, that's the thing.
You have a full?
A full, yeah.
You and her on a full?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to work.
Yeah, I'm a little dangly off the bed.
Yeah, I was going to say. Dude,
I don't sleep that much anyway.
Tara told me we would get a divorce if we didn't get a king. I had a splurge for a king.
If I had a king, I would have to get rid of my kitchen. I'd have to literally get rid of the oven. But you know what? Yeah, cough it up, bro. Hope you die, kid.
If I had a king,
I'd have to sacrifice the kitchen. But it's like it's like pros and cons. Like, yeah, is it a small space? Yes.
Do I get blowjobs all the time now? Yeah.
Do I have no space? Yes. I get to do nothing.
When were you doing anything? I get to do nothing now.
That's all I'm saying.
On the way here to my house, you were like, yeah, now that I live with her, and I'm still just not doing it.
No, but it makes it even easier.
Yeah, it makes it easier to not do nothing.
That's my goal, dude. I do stand-up comedy, all right? I do stuff. And I worked enough for one long time, okay? I did. I
had a job for like 7 years.
No, I worked for 15 years, dude. Tech companies, 15 years.
Was that 15 years?
From 2011 till 2024, I worked. Yeah. And now I'm done. What? That's it. I'm done. I had a good run.
Oh, that's my fucking
I don't want to work
dude.
anymore.
That's my favorite thing. I get it, man. That's
I'm done.
awesome.
It's almost been a year. I'm coming up on next month will be a year since I stopped really having a job.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
But I've had to make a lot of okay, I can't do anything anymore. Can't do that anymore. Yeah. I can't live by myself. Well,
quitting drinking and quitting smoking was probably the easiest thing to do this with.
Yeah, now you can't afford them anymore.
Yeah, because not are you only blacking out every night. Now you're ordering the most amount of food every night and the most amount of cigarettes.
Yep.
And then you're hungover 2 days, and those 2 days will save you because you're not going to really smoke. You're not going to drink, but it's all going to restart on Thursday.
I used to track it. I used to have an app that tracked how much I was saving once I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
And it took into account all that stuff too, like all the food, because I was ordering Grubhub like a motherfucker and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you were like, yo, you want to come this weekend? I'm like, I got $500. I'm down.
Yeah, we would.
Because it would just be that, and you'd be like, "Yo, I got this. But I'm like, "Nah, dude. I gotta buy something."
Oh yeah, I used to ball. Well, because my old mentality was like, "Well, I'm never gonna have kids or anything, so I make money now, and I just spend it on drugs and food, and fuck you, I just live the way I want." Which is I've had to, now it's well, if I want to have no job, which is my ultimate goal, is to just wake up every day and have no plan. Then I can't live like that anymore. I cook every day and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I give myself I knew I was going to France, so I was I got to put away. I have to be able to ball in France.
Yeah.
So I'm more selective about things now.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be I can't go out to eat. But
I told you I only work 2 days a week now.
That's great.
Yeah.
We're both. Look at us.
I know. Look at us.
We're retired.
Look at us.
We're retired.
Yeah, it's
we never thought. When we were younger, did we ever think that one day we'd be doing nothing?
Yeah, I know.
By the age 40.
Yeah, New Jersey's got that thing where they're like, hey, you only want 80% of your pay, and you can just stay home with your kid. And I'm like, yeah.
What is that? Is that father leave?
The FMLA. It's the Family Medical
Fuck My Life Association. Nice. It's the Fuck My Life Association. When you realize you had a kid, you have to not work anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best.
It's the Fuck My Life Association.
I was telling people at work, though, dude, that's crazy that you're doing that. I can't live off 80% pay. I'm like, yeah, you can.
80% is pretty good.
Yeah,
it's 80%. So you're not living off 20% of your pay.
No,
you're living off 80% of your
I'm just
salary.
not getting 20%.
That's great.
The problem is that it takes a month to come in. So I have to save. When I first did this the first month, I took off the whole month, and I'm like, damn, this is a whole month of not getting paid. So now I'm working 3 days a week, so I'll still get the shitty paycheck.
Right.
So I can survive off it, and then in the month I'll get all the money that I had for having off.
I love that, dude.
But staying home with the kid is almost worse than going to work.
Well, that's the trick.
Because you're oh, I'm home. Yeah. And it's I could do so much stuff around that. Nope.
Well,
I
can go sit in the backyard and drink 12 beers.
Yeah, can't. Exactly.
That's the
Because
trade-off.
if Tara comes home and I'm blacked out drunk, I don't have a family anymore.
Right.
It's where's the kid?
I'm on parental leave, man. Have you ever heard of FEMA? Whatever the fuck. Have you ever heard of the association?
Speaking of, I think I'm going to start grilling.
Oh, John's grilling, baby.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Go hold the podcast down for a second.
Hold it down?
Yeah, hold it down.
All right. I guess what I want to say is in this moment that I know it sounds like I'm just throwing my life away, but I do have a plan. And I do make money. I just not a lot, not as much as I use. I'm just having a self-reflection here while you're getting the food.
I heard is I do make money.
No, I was saying I know it sounds like I'm throwing my life away, but I do have a plan.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. What's
your 40-year plan? To die?
Yeah, dude. Well, my plan is I really believe that I'm just gonna become a millionaire overnight one day. So I mean,
dude, I've been saying that forever.
No, it's gonna happen to me.
You think so?
Yeah.
One night, you're just going to wake up $1 million rich.
Well, I'm going to think of something and be like, that's the idea. It's going to happen.
I'll tell you what, that one thing that you were telling me about, I'm not going to say it, but you were telling me about what you were going to do during Christmas.
You can say it, yeah. I was going to, my whole plan, my plan during the election was to try to make like pro-Trump stuff to sell to Trump people. Like, like Biden's a fucking, and I did. I started I had a whole website. I was building it out.
I can't believe you didn't do it.
I got depressed.
Yeah, well, AJ.
Because AJ died. And he died right while I was working on that website, and I just couldn't get motivated.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
Best friend goes.
Now I'm back, though. Now I'm good.
Yeah, so now you're going to make some Trump stuff?
Well, now I missed the opportunity. Yeah. See, what about those? So I brought John some sausage. Show him the camera. Yeah, so I live by a place called, what's it called?
Nazi Germany.
Schiller and Weber's. Yeah, it's like an old classic Nazi... No, I'm just kidding. They're not Nazis. But they are like German.
I thought you said they were Nazis.
I was joking. I said that off camera.
I don't want them anymore.
No, yeah. I was like, Nazis. They make good hot dogs.
Listen, if it's not approved by Kanye, I don't want them.
Yee.
I heard he's back though. He's not a fucking.
He renounced anti-Semitism.
Yeah, he said, "I'm sorry for everything I did. I love Jewish people."
Well, that makes it better, I guess.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
it's all right. Graduation was a great album.
Because that last song, was like, "Heil Hitler." You know that song that he just came out with? I don't know if you know.
I didn't hear it. It's not on Spotify, right?
No. But he had this whole song where they were just saying that over again, but he switched the lyrics to "I'm a born-again Christian, hallelujah," instead of "Heil Hitler."
Oh.
Yeah, so he's back now. He's denouncing all of his shit.
That's a great question. Can you just spend multiple years saying crazy, insane, horrible stuff on the internet, and then
if you're a Catholic,
and then one day be like, not anymore?
Listen, if you're a Catholic, you can rape a kid and then go to heaven. So
that's true. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about new Pope.
Oh, new Pope.
New Pope. He would love what we're about to eat. He loves hot dogs. He's from Chicago.
Dude, no, he's from Jersey.
Is he really?
No, but he went to Villanova, so that means he's gone to Wawa. And like the big thing on Instagram is like, I want to know what this guy's Wawa order is. I want to know what he got.
That's important.
It is. Is he getting a meatball sub? Gotta be getting a meatball sub.
The Pope? I don't think the Pope eats meatball subs.
He wasn't the Pope then.
Oh, that's true.
He wasn't. He was just a priest.
Probably do they have lamb meatball subs?
Nah, dude, he ain't.
They only eat lambs, these guys.
Who?
The popes.
Popes only eat lamb?
Yeah, they eat lamb. They eat bread. They light candles. That's all they do. These these sausages, I'm telling you, this place right by me, Schwiller's and Weber's, right by my apartment.
Are these already cooked?
Yeah, they're pre-cooked. Right, They've been there since that place has been there for 1,000,000 years, since 1908, and that's my meat guy. That's where I get all my meat. That's where I get all my meat from. I go in there.
So I got a little thing that happened to me today. I gotta talk to you about this. This is fucking.
John's grilling live on camera. This is pretty exciting.
So I was at
I'm listening.
I wanted to get some lunch today because today's non-Adderall day. We're doing the podcast, so I'm actually hungry.
Right.
So I called Coke. He's working the plant. And I'm like, yo, man, trying to get some lunch. He's like, yeah, what are you thinking? I'm like, I'm thinking about going to Wendy's. He's like, you fucking kidding me? I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm thinking. He's like, all right, you know what, whatever. He's like, go to Wendy's. I'll tell you what I want. So
you decided to get Wendy's for lunch.
Yeah, he texts me his order, and I go there, and I as I pull in, I see the drive-thru, and I just see this fucking Cajun chicken sandwich. I'm like, brand new. I'm like, let's go. That's what I want.
The Cajun chicken sandwich is brand new at Wendy's?
Yeah. Right. So I get it. I'm like, hey, can I get the Cajun chicken sandwich? Large. Obviously, I want to eat it and drink as much as I possibly can.
Sure.
Get him his order. I'm like, I need a lot of sauces. He's like, yeah. Pay at the window. Go to the next window. This lady was like, she gives me all my food. I'm like, hey, there's sauces in the bag? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, whatever.
You didn't check?
So, no, of course.
I just blindly believe the fucking
her.
lady? That's
believed
insane,
her.
dude.
I believed her.
She doesn't understand that you need 400 sauces.
She doesn't even understand English.
She has no brain. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, it was. So let me continue.
Okay.
So I get to where he is. I take his food out. I take my food out. I open it up. And I'm going to show you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what my chicken sandwich looked like.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I'll throw a picture of it up in the podcast, too.
So that's what it looks like. That bread. It was just, I just took a bite and it was just completely black burnt toast.
Black burnt toast. That looks good to me, actually.
No,
I like
it was horrible.
like that. Oh, okay.
So there was no sauces in the bag.
No sauces.
Black burnt toast. So I was like, you know what?
You said you need a lot of sauces. You're going to return.
I'm going back.
Wow.
So I went back.
Yeah.
I was like, I went right to the drive-through window. I didn't go to the other guy. I went right to where she was.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I was like, this sandwich sucks.
Yeah.
And she went, did it? I was like, no. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, I need a new sandwich.
Yeah.
And she took it. She said, should I bid it? And the guy behind her was like, yo, she's asking same thing. And I was like, yeah, same thing. Like, I don't know.
Like, hold on. I speak I speak retard.
I don't know if I'm like if I just don't understand the Spanish accent that much or like whatever. Like, I don't know if she was just saying it so shitty.
Right.
So gives me my sandwich, get the bag. I'm like, yo, there's no sauces in here. You literally forgot again. Gives me sauces.
Yeah.
I get back to where we are. He's done with his food now.
Yeah.
Open it up. Not a chicken sandwich.
What is it?
Full-blown burger.
Wow.
So now I'm furious.
Really?
Now I go back.
You're like, hey, listen, can I talk to you for a second? And then you pie her in the face with the burger.
I go back.
I call ice. I go back. I call ice.
Open the door.
I tell her I'm on FEMA leave, you stupid idiot.
I don't go to the drive-thru this time. Now I'm going inside.
Sure.
Now I'm serious.
Right.
So I go inside.
He's mad. He's like you made me get out of my car.
The lady at the drive-thru sees me
bitch.
and goes, "Oh my god!" Like disgusted that I'm back.
Wow.
I was like, listen, I know
I'm disgusted by you. All right.
So the man
by the fact that you're a president of my country.
The manager walks in and she sees me holding the burger and she's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "You want to know what's up?" I take my phone and I'm like, "You see this?" I'm like, "This is what I got served." She's like,
"Know what's up?"
I'm like, "Oh my god!" And she's like, "Well, did they?" She's like, "So what's this one?" I'm like, "Look," and I open it and she's like, "That's not at all what you ordered." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "I want a large fry and a large drink." She's like, "I'll do you one better. I'll also throw in a $25 gift card to Wendy's."
Hey, all right, it all worked out.
But the incompetence and
with $25 at Wendy's, you could get everything on the menu 10 times over.
This is the kind of shit that almost turns me more Republican every day. I'm like,
right.
You don't deserve minimum wage.
Wow,
you deserve it to be $7 an hour.
Wow,
just try harder. Just try a little bit harder.
Well, it's tough, you know what I mean, because she's trying to break down the barriers of not speaking the language while also getting paid a nominal amount of money to work at Wendy's to feed her family.
I know,
but I think she should be kicked out.
No, but like, just don't have her at the drive-thru.
Yeah,
like I'm sure she's banging at making food.
Yeah, like, for sure. She's probably banging and hitting the microwave button or whatever. However the fuck they make food at Wendy's, pushing the power button. Get a 12-year-old to work there.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to get Liam to get a job. I told you what he's doing now.
How old is he?
He's going to be 14 in June.
14's too young.
He wants money, dude.
He's got his whole life.
Dude, all this kid cares about is money.
No, all right, good. He's going to be a real gangster kid one day.
Oh, yeah, dude, definitely.
For sure.
He came up to me and was like, "Hey, I want to make some money." I'm like, "Great. I have so much shit that I need you to do around the house. I'll give you like $20 here, $30 here, whatever you want."
Sure.
He goes, "Nah, I don't want to make money like that." I'm like, "What are you going to do?" Gets on a scooter.
I don't want to make money from you.
Leaves. Yeah. Comes back with mad addresses and pictures. I'm like, "What is this?" He's like, "This is garbage that I found."
These are the people I'm going to rob.
He's like, "I want to pick up all this garbage."
Yeah.
He's like, "Can we use mom's car? She has an SUV." So I go, I pick up. I'm like, "Dude, this isn't going to fucking work. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So I put all these TV stands in my thing. He cleans them up. He brings them in his room, puts stuff on them, takes nice pictures, put them up for $30. He's selling all of them.
Wow.
He's making like $70. Dude, I was like, I got to tell Ginsburg about this.
To be fair, that's how you made a lot. That's how you make most of your money too. He learned it from you.
Yeah.
Isn't that how you furnish your house?
Yeah. I remember I used to sell all my comics.
Yeah.
You were like, you're selling all your comics to live.
Dude, this guy threw out this perfectly broken drum set, and it's only fucking. He's just throwing it out. It's covered in trash and banana peels and stuff. I'm fucking gonna sell this for $1,000, bro.
Make money, dude.
Well, that's good for him. It sounds like he's got the entrepreneurial spirit.
Yo, so you're gonna love this. He had a career day in school.
Oh boy.
So
let Captain John come in.
Dude, he comes home.
I work 2 days a week.
I plan on taking a hit on my pension retirement at 55.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
So I'm like, "Hey, how was it?" I was like, "Do you know what you want to do?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "What do you want to do?" He's like, "I want to be a CFO of an insurance company."
That's what he said? What the fuck? Why does he want to do that?
I was like, "Why do you want to do that?" He's like, "You make $1 to $2 million a year." I was like, "Oh my god, you're such a money kid, dude."
That's so funny.
I might have a populus on my
He saw
head.
Luigi Mangione pop that guy, and he's like, "There's an opening." I could do that. That guy made you want he must make so much money that people want to kill him over it.
Because he was a big Luigi guy. He bought the hat and everything. Luigi.
Oh, he supported Luigi. But then he turned on Luigi
and I was like, "Yo, you know what that's?" He's like, "No, that was a CEO, John." I'm like, "Yo, a CFO's not better."
Yeah, the CFOs are the good guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll change. Hopefully, he doesn't want to be the CFO of an insurance company as his life.
Hey, listen, they'll probably fucking make me retire earlier.
Yeah, that's
now you gotta take care of your stepdad, boy.
I just want to have enough money to make sure my stepdad retires even earlier, even though he's already kind of retired because he works 2 days a week and he hangs out with his deadbeat friend who retired at the age of 36. He says he's a stand-up comedian.
You know what? Back to going to France. I want to know about this Ginsburger place.
Ginsburger.
What the hell was that, dude? I saw you posted it. It just said Ginsburger.
Yeah, it was a restaurant.
But was like, what was the problem? It just a burger restaurant?
It was a vegetarian burger restaurant. They disrespected my name.
Nah.
They disrespected. I went in there screaming, put some respect on my name. Yeah, it was just a place called Ginsburger. I thought it was hilarious. Do you want to know something? That was the most engaged with thing I ever posted on Instagram was the Ginsburger.
What do you mean?
Like in my stories.
Oh.
It just got like thousands of views. I don't understand why. I was like, all right.
Because you were in France.
Everyone was loving it. Dude.
Did you tag France?
I didn't tag anybody.
You didn't tag anything? You just posted the picture?
I just put it on my story. It had like thousands of like people looking at the story.
Maybe because you were in France.
And millions of people
posting...
DM me. And they're like, yeah, okay. Like all these people. It was crazy.
Hey.
Like, you know, I do a lot of other stuff. But people really like the Ginsburger picture.
That's it, man. Maybe you should work there.
Jesus.
Become a vegetarian, dude.
I did. I ate a vegetarian diet in 2015 for 8 months.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. I felt great.
So,
yeah.
My whole thing is, I
like meat though because I'm in the manosphere now. But yeah.
Shut the fuck up. What the hell is a manosphere?
You know, like the they say like there's those guys they like crypto and Joe Rogan and meat
and
hunting. That's me now.
It's that the guy at the Domino's Kid Fest.
Sure.
What was that guy again?
What the fuck?
What was that guy? We got
Jared from Subway?
No, that's exactly the same thing that you said in the last podcast.
What?
What's that guy's name? The guy with the fucking that got caught in Domino's and hungry or whatever.
Again with this guy. This guy brings this up every episode.
You brought up the same joke, what, Jared, from Subway? You did
the same thing? Yeah. That's so crazy, dude.
What was that guy's name? Adam West?
Yeah, something like that. Adam West. It's like Adam Lambert or something.
Yeah.
This is the guy from Maroon 5, right?
Yeah.
So it's the guy. I know who you're talking about.
But anyway, what I'm saying, it has nothing to do with any of that.
Right, sure.
Is that I think I could crush a vegetarian diet. I think it would be the easiest thing in the world.
Well, if you eat pasta and pizza every day and stuff, then it's easy.
Yeah, but like I just need sauce. I could you could just give me a bowl of carrots with different sauces to dip.
Yeah.
Crushed.
Yeah,
I mean just fill up on that. Easy.
No, I mean like look,
I'm not eating portobello burgers though, because that's weird. Like eating a whole mushroom instead of a burger. Like I'd rather just eat the bun and lettuce. Well,
the thing was, I've kind of gone the other way on it on this because when I was younger and in my 20s, I was like, oh, like which I still think. I mean, whatever. I'm about to go off on a serious tirade right now in the middle of the podcast.
No,
maybe I shouldn't. It's not gonna be that funny, but like my real genuine thought on this is that I do think that like I've kind of swung the other way. It's like, oh, like it actually is kind of better to just eat meat and get more like fats, like from like avocados and olives and red meat and stuff. If you're exercising and stuff, that's like better for you. I think there's a lot of myths.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But I think the main problem with the food is the way it's processed and like the way that we harm animals and all that stuff. Like that's the main fucking problem.
Like
like that stuff. Yeah. Like like those weren't so it's like that's the real issue is the suffering. Like I think if you get like, that's why I go to this fucking deli or this place in the city. They have all the grass-fed organic.
Yeah, there's actually I'm pumped about these no nitrates because fucking Tara's allergic to nitrates and these hot dogs won't get her high.
Yeah, I don't eat like everything. All the meat I eat is like good from a good source.
Not this one,
but but that's fine. But like,
but here
that's the thing is like I've kind of like, well, if you eat meat that's like made in a humane way.
It's not. No, dude. Who cares?
Then it's better. No. I don't. Preservatives and processed stuff. That's what causes all the cancer and the issues.
No, I know the preservative, but I'm in a humane way. It doesn't matter if you're slaughtering the fucking cow by his back or his neck or whatever.
It matters how they're treated when they're raised.
Fucking legs and kill them.
No,
it doesn't matter.
You don't want like those chickens where like the Wendy's chicken, for example, from the chicken cage.
Yeah, but they're putting shit into the chicken.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like,
and the chicken has no light. It's in a little cage like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
and then once it gets fat enough, they blow its head off and turn it into a Cajun chicken sandwich.
My cousin had meat chickens because he has mad chickens for just eggs.
Yeah.
But he got meat chickens 2 years ago. He'll never do it again. They were just fat little balls and couldn't fly or do anything.
It's sad.
He slaughtered them and like Tara wouldn't go over the house for like mad long because she didn't know what chicken was going to be that chicken.
Well, I used to hang out. Well, I still hang out. He just moved to LA, but I had a friend who was like this like Buddhist Indian kid shaman. A good friend of mine loves drugs. I'm not going to say his name in case he's listening, but he's a great guy. And he was always this like very like Buddhist trippy guy. And then one day he was like, dude, he was like, I just said fuck it and started eating like all I eat now is steak. He'd be like, I eat 2 huge steaks a day. He's like, I feel great, lost weight. I just think that like I don't know. There's nobody knows, man. But I will say when I had the vegetarian diet, I felt great. Like I did feel good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd feel great too if I just eat carrots all day.
I didn't eat carrots. I ate like everything I still eat without them eating it. You know what I mean?
Like what?
like
a taco, just a shell and cheese.
Beans would be in it. I ate a lot more beans and stuff, and like veg. You know, I think people think if you go vegetarian, you gotta eat like salads. Like you can eat pizza and pasta and be a vegetarian.
I know, and
you see it happen. You see like 4,000-pound vegetarians.
I remember this girl went vegetarian in high school. I'm not gonna say her name, and I remember she got fatter, and I was like, that's impossible.
Yeah, but you gotta eat more beans and avocados and all that kind of stuff. You gotta get plant proteins and stuff, which you know. But I eat a lot of that stuff anyway.
Like I'm saying, dude, I could easily be a vegetarian. No,
he's just. That would make a great commercial for the podcast. You say I could easily be a vegetarian while you're just flipping over burgers.
Yeah, like I don't need to eat these burgers, you know.
Sure you do.
Nah, you don't though.
This will be the third day in a row I had a burger yesterday too.
Well, yeah, that's why I got a chicken sandwich at Wendy's because I knew I was popping burgers today.
I love popping burgers.
You gotta pop burgers, man.
Yeah, I know.
The whole thing about vegetarians is like I get it. You don't want to like eat steaks and hot dogs and turkey.
Well, it is contributing to the mass global suffering.
Of course, yeah. Methane gas kills their
exactly. It's horrible for the environment.
Yeah, but all that shit doesn't matter.
Exactly. Dude. It also doesn't matter. Let's have a fucking burger and live a little bit.
When you're having a burger, like what are you gonna do on the 4th of July? You're just gonna be like, I want pasta salad.
You might as well go move to France and go smoke a cigarette.
But then, like, I can't have the pasta salad because mayo has eggs and eggs are dead.
And then, might as well just cancel the 4th of July.
Yeah, just eat bananas.
Just celebrate China Day.
Yeah, exactly.
At that point.
No, but they eat a lot of fucking meat, too.
They love it.
They kill their pets.
They do?
Yeah, that's what Trump said.
Yeah.
They're eating the cats. They saw a beautiful, beautiful cat, and they said, boy, that looks delicious.
So he said about like Haitian people.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's fucking Chinese, Haitian.
Yeah, what's the difference?
At the point when you're not in America, they're all the same, dude.
Exactly, dude.
That's how I look at it. It's like, yo, you're racist. Like, yeah, to other countries. I'm not racist. If you are an American citizen, I'm not racist. God, I wish I was like that. Yeah, I wish I was that cool.
I know, we're not.
There's so many people that are like that, dude. Oh,
really? I don't know anybody that's actually like that.
Nah, dude.
I know they're out there, though.
There's so many people that are like, I'm not racist. If you're an American citizen, I don't hate you.
Wow.
But if you're black and not an American citizen, then I don't like you. I'm like, no, you are a racist person.
Well, I don't know. Is that racist?
Or it's nationalist, I guess.
You hate everybody who's not American?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's not that bad, actually.
No,
that's better than just hating everybody, even if they're American and they're like Chinese or black. Like, nah, I still hate you.
I guess it's slightly better, but it's probably not. Why you gotta hate? Why do you have to hate? Why you gotta hate, bro? Peace and love, bro.
You don't have to have hate. I gotta make sure this grill doesn't catch on fire again.
Yeah, what happened last time? By the way, at John's Memorial Day party, the grill literally caught on fire, which was pretty hilarious.
My cousin Ryan, who now we don't have AJ anymore, so no one's always manning the grill.
Right.
My cousin Ryan picked the only person that probably has never worked a grill in his entire life. Yeah. This kid Jimmy. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Jimmy.
Jimmy, you're a dandy.
So he was like,
why don't you go to tap dance? You don't know how to work a grill like a man.
So he was like, hey, I have a burger and hot dogs on here. They're your burgers and hot dogs. Just watch them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. I'm playing cornhole. And then Joe goes, yo, your grill's on fire. I look over and there's just thick black smoke and everybody's freaking out. I run over. I'm like, what happened? Jimmy's like, comes up to me literally. He's like, listen, he told me to watch a grill. I don't know how to grill. It's on fire. Dude. I'm not bad. I was like, all you got to do is just not do this. Once you do that, and you're not like cooking something like wings or something, fire starts immediately.
Really? Well, that's not supposed to happen.
No, it is. That's like when you're doing burgers because look, the juice falls onto the grills and it catches fire. Like right there, it's catching fire. So if you do this, it's still getting oxygen from the inside of the grill, which is pumping it up.
But there should be a filter in the grill that lets the smoke come out on top, right?
No, dude. No, because you want that shit to get hot when you're like making like real stuff, like ribs and like chicken and shit.
Gotcha.
Like if I leave that closed long enough, there's gonna be fire popping everywhere, dude.
I don't know.
So anyway,
that's real. I don't know about that.
But tell them what you think actually happened.
I thought that it was the spirit of AJ Hogan appearing for a moment because I was sitting there with his dad, with AJ's dad, and we were talking about how it was kind of weird that he wasn't there, and then in that moment the grill went on fire. And if AJ's spirit did appear at your barbecue, wouldn't he set the grill on fire for a few minutes?
100%.
Just to show his power?
Yeah, just be like, oh yeah, I'm not here. Look at this, assholes.
I'm telling you, dude, it was biblical for me. It's like, Moses talks to the burning bush. I'm talking to the burning grill. It all started happening, dude.
But what happened immediately after that?
AJ's dad turned the propane off.
And then it started raining.
Prevented your house from burning down.
Yeah.
By the way, that could have been way worse what happened that day.
I know.
And if that propane thing blew, dude, I don't know what would have happened.
You would have died.
I ran away. I knew.
You ran away.
I was like, I've seen Grand Theft Auto, bro. I knew what's going on.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because I knew something bad was about to happen. I'm getting over there. I went by the school.
Okay, by school, the kids won't die. It's protected by God.
Kids, shield me. Hold on. And then shortly after that, it's sprinkled, and then there was a rainbow over the grill, and all the girls were like, "Oh my God, it's the ghosts!"
It's the ghosts.
And I was like, "Yeah,
I don't believe in that.
Yeah, but you do.
Yeah, but I do." All right, folks. Well,
yeah, I'm going to finish.
That's part one.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I'm
right?
sorry. Go.
I was going to say that's part one of the outdoor episode.
It's part one.
Right?
Yeah. We're going to eat these
We're going to
burgers.
eat, and then we're going to come back for part two.
Yeah, part deuce. And then we'll talk about real life and not fucking France.
Thanks for tuning in to Why That's Funny, and we'll see you next week. Follow us on Instagram and send us your questions via DM.
Yeah, send the damn question already.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot, John.
Thank you for listening to Why That's Funny. We hope you enjoyed the show. Message us your questions at Why That's Funny Podcast on Instagram. Until next time, so long.